Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. I just realized that I didn't fix up all my production methods. So we're going to quickly go ahead and do that. Give us a song, will you, soundtrack? Thank you. Something a little bit more upbeat than that. There we go. One runs from the original. Yep. Profitable. Not quite. Mostly non-impacting. Profitable. Slightly. Profitable. Yes. Profitable. Yes. Not quite, but mostly okay. Those are profitable. Absolutely. Explosives factories. Definitely profitable. Steel mills. Very profitable. Motor industries. Can't do it. Still on the first production method. Shipyards. Absolutely profitable, except for the ones in Fars. Exempt that one. Military shipyards. Same situation. There we go. Arms industries will do the same. Artillery foundry, yes. Munitions plants, absolutely. Exempt that one, surely. Alright. Very good. National self-defense. With violent sentiment rising among the Ottoman politically unaligned, several Albanian communities have begun to form armed militias to keep their populations safe. The soul of the ancient Albanian heroes, wandering in a world of chaos, has finally found its place. The authorities have far more important things to worry about. This reduces civil war progress by 5%. 5% more political movement radicalism, don't want that. Petite bourgeoisie, angry and legitimized, I think, self-defense reduces my authority. The Albanians are out of line and must be disciplined. Oh, that's really bad. But I gotta do it. I don't want to lose that authority. Plus, my hope is we can get this done and then their standard of living can go back to normal pretty soon. To get that accepted. Wonderful. Taxation seems to have gone down a little bit. Or profit seems to have gone down a little bit. Still working on glassworks and whatnot. Come on, homesteading. Got 31 months, but better safe than sorry on this. Beautiful. Wow, listen to those stings together. All right, so that's the completion of the petition, and now it's time for us to fight the rebellion in the Trucial states, which again I'm not going to pay a whole lot of attention to, but very, very briefly, we should be advancing. They're advancing. No, we're advancing. Yes, this is us. Trucial side. And there's our first battle about to pop. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, and that's the whole state. So, nothing more to worry about with that. Once again, war happening in Germany. What is Prussia right now? Prussia's still a landed voting monarchy. Interesting. And our technology is about to pop. Corporatism, very nice. That will help us a lot. Perfect. Minus 10% radicals from standard of living decreases and accepted cultures. That's excellent. So, what else do we want to get up to here? Infamy is pretty good. We just finished our... Don't love that. Interest payments are continuing to go down. I could go for a fight with Russia. They're in a defensive pact with Great Qing. What's Great Qing's situation look like? Got a lot of battalions. But it's all about the production methods. Still largely irregular. We got skirmish over here. The capital, we've got Lion and Mobile. Some Lancers. Okay, so they're kind of up to date, arms-wise. Maybe we'll just wait until the next time they start something. They being Russia, I mean. Right, can't peace out of a revolt. You gotta fight it all the way through. So what do we want to do next? Peasant revolts in Gaza. Gaza? Okay, different Gaza. Neat. I was gonna go after East Africa. Oh, you just changed outfits. I'm getting a bankroll from France, but they're not allied with them. So if I conquer... Well, we'll wait until this gets itself done with. We should also get our troops demobilized, and that'll help with our finances a little bit. Beautiful. Alright. 19.8. A lot of potential enemies over here. What if I go after a smaller country? Yeah, let's go after Isak. Do we still have a truce with Asa? We don't. Well, let's get started with that then. Right, there we go. Just grab the 6th Ottoman Army and put them in place. Again, we're going to give that over to Ethiopia when the time comes. If no one intervenes in this situation, then we probably don't need to handle anything. Once again, it's going to give us a tiny amount of infamy, but really enough that it's a small enough amount that it's not going to matter unless someone else starts some nonsense. We have more secessions over here. French Nigeria is itself a country. So let's see. So we're building up these glass works. Gosh. It's partially trade routes. It's partially trade routes that are eating up all of our glass. What's our... We're still using the number 2 production method for porcelain, because if we go to number 3, it's going to be way too much. Oop. What country is this? Well, too bad. Never going to know. Alright, let's switch over more of our tooling workshops to use all of this tasty rubber that we've got. Still being profitable. How's the rubber situation? Rubber situation's a little bit rough now. That's okay, though. We'll definitely have places we can get rubber before the end of this, I suspect. There's a lot of small territories in Africa that are ripe for conquering now that the Imperial powers have just kind of goofed up and lost all their stuff. You know what? We're continuing to build up the glass industry, so let's continue to build it up. There's the war with Asa. I'm not too concerned about that. Everybody wants Sinai. Stop looking at Sinai that way, you nerds. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's right. I need to increase my training methods. Forgot about that. We also have some places apparently that are not using fully up-to-date production methods for their government. Admin apparently was just Erzurum. Not going to worry too much about that, I guess. Secular admin. And let's slow down here so that I can do this effectively. Alright. Alright, and there is Asa finally fully captured. So this war should end fairly soon. Next target is Isak. Somali, East African, and African heritage, which is the same as... which shares two qualities with the Ethiopian cultures. So as long as Ethiopia doesn't go to ethno-state, they'll be able to fully control those territories without a problem. Archipel colonized Zambia. Ah, yes, in here. Huh. What a weird setup. These are getting really silly over there. Another unification play. Prussia's going to form Germany, my friends. I think that's just the way it is. Relations with Austria-Hungary are good. We've got a defensive pact with France. Let's improve relations with them. Alright. So with Asa now conquered... trade states. Select. Ottoman Gondar. Ethiopia would accept. Very good. That's kind of what I was going for with that whole situation. Trade states accepted. Very good. So Isak is part of Somaliland, which is this whole zone here, this whole area. So let's take a look at the ethnic makeup here. Somali. Actually, I should be looking at the states. You're mostly Somali, Somali and Swahili, Somali and Swahili, and Oromo. Oromo are good to go. East African and African heritage. Swahili are the same. They both have their own traits, but that doesn't concern us. So let's go ahead with our expansion. We have an alliance with Zanzibar. Kind of would be nice to also conquer Zanzibar. We'll see how viable it is. Okay, and Zanzibar hasn't been called in yet, so that's not going to be relevant for the moment. Well, very nice. Has our rubber capacity increased here? Yes, it has. Just going to go ahead and max those out again. Communist Brunei, still technically at war with Brunei, which is where? sorry. Brunei. Brunei has a tiny territory over here. That's very funny to me. Still haven't gotten Zanzibar on their side. Not too worried about that. Finances are still looking excellent. Slowly growing in capacity, slowly taking in more territory. Again, a lot of that's going to go to Ethiopia, but it just kind of is what it is. Gojam is definitely a conquest target since that's in Ethiopia proper. We're definitely going to go to that, but I think it'll be nice to have a jumping off point for expansions into East Africa so that we don't have to naval invade the area. On the other hand, it'd be nice to start taking some territory in here. Tidor would be a nice target to have as a puppet. They're in a customs union with Java. Interesting. Well, that's right. I established Siak as a protectorate a while ago, huh? Did I do the same with any other places? Oof. So I've had a slightly longer amount of time between episodes in this run and between sessions than I have in previous runs. Transportation shortages in Basra, Baghdad, Mosul, and Nuristan. I want to build us some railways. Mosul, Baghdad, Nuristan, and Basra. You know what? We'll double up. And we are now in the countdown to war. No one else has joined, and at this point no one else can. So we are good to go with that. I think it might be time to build us... Oh, you know what? We need to keep increasing the construction sectors. We're still flipping construction sectors over. Actually, at this point, I think we can do all of them. Everybody get on steel frame. There's oil in Nuristan. Very good. Gonna do the same thing I always do. Sabahaddin Osmanolio to enact cultural exclusion. Why would you want that? You're aligned with the local governors, are you? These guys are mad. This will radicalize the local governors. Yeah, I bet it will. They'll be back up to 0 before not too long, though. And we are still continuing to steadily gain in loyalists. I don't know if y'all been paying super duper close attention, but they were at -4 from radical political strength. Now they're at -3 from radicals. So I think we can still just kind of do what we want to do. That said, I think pushing him out is... Unless he starts a movement for compulsory primary school, which I do actually want to do. We'll see how things go with that. Winning this battle pretty handily. Not too concerned about that. Cultural exclusion, that's fine. Oh boy, that's a lot of radicals. Sir? You've got to go. Movement should go away pretty shortly. No supporting interest groups, no supporting agitators. Cool. This movement shouldn't have any supporters. There's nobody... Individual pops. Huh. Don't want to lose my authority, though. Gosh darn it. And how much longer on this? 140, so as soon as they drop below 0, we should be able to have this finished. Not loving this. Still, I should be getting more I should be getting ticking loyalists from my righteous government, so I'm not too worried as long as this goes away. In good time. Come on, Rossangali. Let's put this to bed. I've bested you. I've bested you in a contest of arms. Ooh, camera. Excellent. How was the art market? Art market could be better. That's okay, though. It's about to be a lot better. Cool. Oh, that wasn't even Warsangali. This is Warsangali. Hi there. Good afternoon. Time to get chomped. Sixth Ottoman Army is getting a lot of experience. Again, I could freaking sway countries on this. Well, Italy, as always, but I don't feel I need to. Let's just go ahead and get our arts academies over to photography. And let's, before I forget, reset production methods here. In our newly conquered territories. So that should reset that for all the other countries in Somaliland as well. We're still pretty solid on infamy. Not too worried about that. A foreign manifesto. The recently translated works of Louis-Joseph Sagat have become popular within the movement to enact cultural exclusion. The relationship has developed to the point of Louis-Joseph Sagat openly endorsing the movement. And for a whole large class, there is no other end, especially for a nation so eminently practical as the Ottoman. The great thing is to get the working class to move as a class, that once obtained, they will soon find the right direction, and all who resist will be left out in the cold with small sects of their own. Our struggle is an international one, increases movement support, but the foreign interference ought to be punished, increases radicalism. Let's go ahead and give it support only. Commander commends civic coalition. Emperor Koprilu has made public statements in support of the Conservative Party, bringing into question the political neutrality of the military. So, who are you? You're a local governor's slaver. Ugh. That's not great. He can say what he wants, gets the momentum. Reprimand him, good soldiers don't give orders, they take them. Or if he likes politics so much he ought to become more involved, becomes a politician and the leader of the local governors. The leader of the local governors being an authoritarian suits me just fine. We're going to reprimand him. I got really strong ticking loyalism, so I'm not super duper worried about that. Make sure our armies are good to go. Yep, everything's looking good. Finances are doing better because I ran out of stuff to build. Alright. What do I want to build? I've got a shipyard producing... Fine. Oh, these are shipyards, military shipyards. No, none of mine are producing those ships what they want. Cool. So what do I need? I'm still short on engines and wood. I'm short on wood. That's a surprise. No, it's not. I'm out in the Middle East. I'm always short on wood in the Middle East. Alright. So, where can we put some forestry industry? A little bit in Syria, a little bit in Lebanon. Definitely some in Palestine, bit in no labor in Transjordan. Plenty of labor in Egypt. actually quite a bit of labor available in the Nile region. Let's see. Plenty in Thessaly. That should be enough wood for the time being. What else? Coal we're still a little rough on. I built up the rubber industry a bit. Might be able to get some rubber here. Nope, doesn't look like it. That is okay. How's the battle going? Battle's going just fine. Absolutely no need for concern on that front. Interestingly, we've got a couple of countries that are free now in the Bengal area. Bhopal is still a puppet of the British Republic, but the British Republic is getting weaker. Huh. Wasn't paying super close attention to that. Oh. Interesting. What just happened with... Austria-Hungary did something. There's a diplomatic play there, but it disappeared too fast for me to know what was going on. How's my friendship with Scotland? An insignificant power. Could form a defensive pact. Would be nice to have a defensive pact with Scotland. We'll see. We'll see how things go. I think after this, I'm going to reduce the autonomy of Siak down to a protectorate, or down to a dominion, just to make sure that gets sorted out properly. There's open hearth process. So, steel market's okay. We switched up to open hearth. That would reduce the productivity. Interesting. I guess steel's just generally really cheap. Let's see if we can sell some of that on the foreign market. Steel. Oh man, we sure can. That's some potentially quite productive trade routes. Sold them to the Russian market. That's probably fine. Alright. And time to get conquered. So, government is still righteous. Very good. If I went to cultural exclusion... The thing is, this will provide me with a lot of loyalists immediately, but on the other hand, it will just reduce my authority with no measurable benefit, and I don't love that side of it. Siak, my friends. They will accept. Wonderful. Excellent. So, Communist Brunei has two states, North Borneo and West Borneo. If we... Oh, we got an oil event. I'm going to encourage the trend, as always. Can't target you with a diplomatic... Tell me why. Can't target... Oh, they're stuck in a civil war with Brunei. And they have been for a long, long time. They're just losing it really, really slowly. That's very funny. It's extremely funny. Alright, so let's see if we can't find another country around here to attack. Pontianak doesn't have a protector. Ditto for Sambas. Lanfang is a tributary of China. I would like to... I think I got my eye on conquering Borneo here. Y'all need to stop claiming cyanide. You're making me nervous. I would love 5 million radicals. But the financial implications. What a good freaking ruler I am. Do we enjoy? Yes, we do. Alright, cool. I think that should sort... Where do we have tooling workshops now? Oh, yeah, I didn't do that with the... Right, because of the rubber situation. Still, they're going to be much more effective. Much more profitable. You know what? We're just gonna go full vulcanized and... Okay, we've reached the point where they're mostly not getting more profitable now. No, some of them quite are. Curious. Alright, wonderful. Feels good. So what does that do to our overall rubber situation? Makes that kind of rough. Where can we get rubber from? The Igbo market. Excellent. What a wonderful place to get rubber. It was around here somewhere, right? I'm feeling very stupid right now. Here we go. Is that where the Igbo people live? Partially. Cool. Neat. I didn't realize that was where that was. Yeah, you learn some new geography every day. Still improving relations with the Sikh Empire. Afghanistan. Still improving relations with them. If we reduce their autonomy, they will accept. Wonderful. Afghanistan accepts. And that continues to spread our colors across the land. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to annex some more of these puppets eventually. Trucial states still have a truce with them. How's our infamy looking? 10.7. Not ideal, but I think we can keep conquering without a problem. 8.0. We're demanding measure teen. No defensive pacts. So let's go ahead and do it. They refuse. We send the 6th Ottoman Army. And the rest, as the children sing, is history. What else? I think I'd like to form a Suez Canal situation. So it's time to put some more government admin in place. It's going to be a lot of government admin, but our finances are actually excellent right now. Once we get... Okay, so there is rubber capacity here in Kenya. So once we get moving that way, that'll help our rubber situation. What about here in Zanzibar? Yes. Rubber capacity there. Is Zanzibar a split state? It is not. Interesting. Cool. Alright. Well, we'll get going over there. What does the rubber capacity look like in northern Borneo? It's a little bit. And there's a little bit in western Borneo as well. Split between all these states. Could conquer them. What about Tidor? Tidor's got a little bit of rubber capacity. Not as much as I would like. I'm actually rather surprised. Jambi, what about you? Oh, Jambi's got quite a bit of rubber capacity. Siak, are you producing rubber plantations? Not as many as you should be. I wish they were being more prompt about their... Paradox talked about implementing a method by which overlords could invest in their subjects. And that's been kind of in the works for a bit, so I'm hoping we can get that going. Oh, sorry. There we go. Again, not worried about this. So how's our diplomatic pax line item? Diplomatic pax line item is going pretty well. I think we might be... I would very much like to annex Oman. Infamy is 17, but it's going down. We're working on improving relations with a lot of people. Particularly Scotland, Afghanistan, Sikh Empire, and France. France, our relations continue to decay with, mostly because... Okay, what's going on over there? All play and no work. General Hayrullah Kara Osmanoğlu's personal habits are starting to get in the way of his role as a general. He is our positivist arms forces. Oh, he's an opium addict. Hayrullah Kara Osmanoğlu smiles at the officer exultantly, avidly. His eyes have obviously seen better days. Carefully recumbent on his leather armchair, his voice comes out as rubbery as the material. It's a stressful job, you know. No need to make it even worse. Fire him, or he's too valuable. Addiction affecting work, morale damage. Is he heading up this army? No, he is not. Let's go ahead and fire him. A quick check on these armies to make sure we've got command capacity. Alright, it was the army of Constantine. So, let's go with... Oh, you're a good one. Brave, defensive strategist, rural folk. Heck yes. In fact, you can have a promotion. 6th Ottoman Army, you've been doing a lot of work. On the other hand, you've been doing a lot of work because you're small. I think someone else needs to be helping with the army of Anatolia. So let's go with this guy. He's a romantic and he's a defensive strategist. And this guy's been on the job forever, I feel like. Just give you 1. Alright. And Mezzertina is basically conquered at this point. And there we go. That should be it. Wonderful. No additional fronts. So that should be just perfect. Finances are excellent. We're starting to gain. What's our max gold reserves at this time? 30 million. That's not bad. This is going to go down some as we build up this, our governing capacity. What's the paper market look like? Paper's doing just fine. It is going to get more expensive. So we'll throw some more paper mills in there. Paper mills are another thing we got kind of all over the place. Liristan is a good place to build up just an absolute ton of paper mills. There, 30. That should be enough. Build up some railways as well, to ensure that we've got the capacity. Let's go ahead and slightly reduce construction efficiency. That's okay. I'll put the railways first. And yeah, we'll let it go in the order we're doing it. That should be done pretty soon. Alright. Alright, and that is the end of this war. Excellent. Spain went for the ball. Oh, they're in the Spanish market now. Dang. Industrialists are now powerful. Well, that's not shocking. This movement is actually causing radicalism, and I'm not a fan. Something would disperse, but it didn't. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do it. This is silly, but it is going to make the petite bourgeoisie mad, so that's one thing speaking in its favor. But that's what we've got time for in this episode. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you all on the other side.